Audio Jungle.
Hello there, Coach Joyce here with a quick recap of 2020, a year nobody will ever forget. Well, like every other coach will say, we're just glad to get it in. Certain years you remember, certain years you'll never forget, and this goes into the latter category, the year you'll never forget. Of course, nothing starts off right. We had to use different colored balls for each player, and of course the girls had to squabble over who got what ball. So we had our favorite orange ball people, purple ball people, and we stuck to all the protocols and we kept them in place. After a while, we took regular tennis balls and put little smiley faces on so we knew whose was who. Overall, at one time we were 6-0 this year. We're not going to mention it was Henry Hudson Modern Day in Keensburg, but we were 6-0 at the time, so we won't just mention that, playing teams back to back. We had a winning season. We won 80% of our matches. And what I liked about this year, besides the whole overcoming adversity, is that the kids got along so well. You had 2 girls transferring in. You had 2 girls coming back from injuries. A lot of girls went from playing first singles, third singles to playing doubles, and not one single complaint. We had girls that were used to playing second singles, bumped to doubles, and they ended up winning every single match at first doubles. My hat's off to Emma Williams, not only for staying healthy, but winning just about every single one of her matches, and loving playing third singles. She got paid by the hour. Some of her matches lasted not 2 hours, but 3 hours. But in the end, she ended up winning. All in all, I just want to thank all 23 girls. They improved tremendously. Some of the girls were using their mother's rackets from the 1980s. By the end of the season, they could sustain a rally, and they will never ever have to worry about playing anybody in college or later on in life. This is a lifetime sport that can take you into geriatric land. So someday when you're at Greenbrier or Leisure Village, you're going to dominate. So I just want to thank all 23 girls for making it a fun, enjoyable season and overcoming unbelievable adversity. I thank you. So our quick recap: most improved, Julia Ventura. And then of course we have the Coaches Award, Spirit Award, Hustle Award, whatever you want to call it, and Nadia Cicciarella. And no question about it, Katie Boucher for the most valuable player. Well, I'm not a big fan of trophies. Eventually, just having cleaned out my house and throwing away 4,000 boxes of trophies, I think they would make a good artificial reef at some point. But tradition is tradition. Most improved this year, I had to go to Julia Ventura. I was fortunate enough to teach both her mother and her father, and the apple doesn't fall too far from a tree. She is a superb athlete. She got hurt for her whole junior season, just about, a lacrosse injury. And she came back her senior year, and we were able to have her play. And by the end of the season, she was playing pretty much as good as anybody. Very bright player. She sets people up like a chess match and puts it away at the net. So I want to thank her for improving so much. Secondly, we have Nadia Cicciarelli. I also taught his dad back in the day. This is probably the best athlete I see any place. Pick a sport, any sport, soccer, basketball, tennis, and ounce for ounce, she's probably one of the best female athletes I've ever seen. She's all over the court. When you think you have a winner, she chases it down and hits it. She rarely double faults. She's superb at the net. But most of all, she has that intangible, that will to win, which you just can't measure. And this year she played doubles with Gigi, and I think by the time the season was over, she was undefeated when the whole COVID thing hit. Third, Katie Boucher. She came to us this year, very quiet at first. We played the ladder, who gets to play in what position. Nobody knew anything about her. She defeats one girl, she defeats the next girl, always with a smile on her face. You could never tell if she was winning or losing, always the same mannerism, disposition. She ends up beating the third girl, the second girl, and moves right into first place on day 3. All throughout the season, she won all the matches she could have possibly won. I think at one time she was 6-0. And she did it all with grace, style, and sportsmanship. She, if you had a fault on anything, she was too Christian. She would never call a ball out. She would never challenge a call. So she was just a pleasure to have on the team. And just a quick side note, along with all the parents this year, I just want to thank them all for being understanding in these special times. They were more than gracious. And I want to thank everybody. Have a great day.